Old Man Logan. This fucking book is amazing. The art and story, premise, is still very sick to this day. I remember when I first heard about this in 2014 and how incredibly praised it was for its time. So when I started to cover reviews on this channel, I finally got the excuse to read it. We begin this story with Wolverine, the one, the only, the animal or the man, Wolverine. And throughout this story, we kind of pick apart why Wolverine is who he is, and why or what makes Wolverine different from what he used to be. For something in Wolverine's past changed him, and through this story, we kind of learn what that thing was. But enough excuses. Let's begin. We begin the story with Wolverine stumbling through the forest, broken, beaten, and lost. And then cuts to the present, where they see that Logan is a family, and is now a farm in the wasteland, or the Hulkland, so to speak. The wife talks about how rent is due, and it's almost time, and the Hulk's going to be pissed if they don't get the money. But Wolverine merely shrugs it off and continues on. And after some time passes, Logan kind of realizes that they kind of need some money. And when he realizes that they need money, lo and behold, we get introduced to a new character. Well, no one say Clint Barton, aka Hawkeye. He offers Logan a job to be his delivery boy, on the account that he was known as the best at what he did, despite the fact that Clint's blind, but somehow he shoots better than ever, and is still able to fucking drive a car because comic book bullshit. But we need to move on to that. Move on. So Logan and Clint drive across the country as we learn more about the states of the world and what happened to them and what happened, because there was this huge war between villains and superheroes, and the villains kind of just wrecked the shit, just beat the shit out of the heroes. Boom, we win. We hold the W, get fucked, right? Lol, get fucked. So Wolverine is kind of like one of the few many heroes left, because the kids kind of lost in the final battle between the villains. But anyway, so America was torn apart in pieces, each person owning their own land, and it has its own like villain in each section and whatnot. Anyway, so they had to get across from the Hulkland all the way to the prisoner's quarter, so it's a long journey, basically. So they start the journey off, and it's kind of more like a ride-along movie. Anyway, so, we get through this town, and we meet the town people, and you see that one of them is a robot named Orshon 8, because trying to meet kind of like one of Clint's contacts through this agency for these rebel forces. But anyway, so meet Ultron 8, which I guess is kind of like DC's Brainiac 5 in terms of known evil robot that turned good after time has passed. But anyway, he informs Clint that his daughter was taken away, and man. But anyway, sorry, let me get to the point. So driving through, then they meet a few inhabitants of the world. They meet the mole creatures, which are normally controlled by the mole man. But I think something happened to him a while ago, and so after the villains won, the land's kind of free. So these mole creatures have been kind of eating people. They've been digging under buildings, having them sink down, and then just eating people inside of them. Which, yeah, that's a lovely thought, isn't it? Anyway, back to it. So we kind of you learn that his daughter's been kidnapped. Back to that. Been kidnapped by some bad guy. And my fucking one above all in heaven, she's bad as fuck, my guy. Dog, she makes a nigga want to act up. You know what I'm saying? Damn, man, I'm telling you, man. Of all the designs of female characters in Marvel, whoo, holy shit. Ashley, that's the name, Ashley, Spider-Woman. Damn. No, this bitch is bad as fuck, man. Oh, man, a nigga gotta do some shit for that, you know what I'm saying? Anyway. Sorry, moving on. So Logan and Clint head out to rescue Clint's daughter, and we learn that and we kind of meet a kidnapper. We meet her kidnapper, Michael Clark Duncan. AKA, the Kingpin. We learn that the kidnapper, we learn that they kidnapped her, only to find out that psych, actually she was actually bad the entire time, right? We learn that she was kidnapped, only to find out later on that, oh no, actually it was a part of the plan to get you to come over here, and now I'm a bad guy now. Lol, get fucked. So, so much for that. With great power comes great responsibility bullshit, but, fuck Spider-Man, right? Which I was kind of curious, because I don't know if it's explained in the book, or like if just handed, or I missed it. But who the fuck's her mum, right? Like, do we see her mum, like Spider-Man playing, obviously, he banged the black chick. But I want to see her, because if the daughter's this hot, I want to see how hot the mum was. Anyway, so, anyway, so they escaped, and we get more dialogue on the side of the world, what happened, and the battles that happened while Wolverine was, bitched out. And we see, like, the body of Loki, and how that was a huge battle we didn't get to see. Which kind of be cool, because I want to see why the fuck he's giant. Then we get more trips, and we see that someone's following them on their ride-along trip. And potential enemy, maybe. And we learned that Red Skull kind of took control of Washington D.C. There was a huge fight, and for some reason, everyone switched villains and heroes. Red Skull still fought Captain America. I guess because his ego, like only I get to kill Captain America, so that's my thing. But that kind of throws away the whole plan if the villains don't swap all at once. But whatever. Anyway, so we learned that he took over Washington, and that he kind of, made things in his image, ugly and red, in the face, no bitches. Anyway, and yeah, so we get kind of flashes back to the past. I mean, man, Wolverine, you're a bitch now, because we learned that Wolverine, throughout the story, is a pacifist. He doesn't fight anymore. He isn't snicked, if you will. So he's just a delivery boy who's just there and go, oh no, it's not me anymore. Back in the day, I used to pop the claws. Not anymore, that's not me anymore. That's not who I am. I've changed now. Hawkeye's, man, I'm blind, but I can see a bitch in front of me, and that bitch boy is you pussy ass anyway. So we get flashes of Wolverine's past. What happened to you, man? Because they broke me. Not only did they break my dick, break my soul too. And why they adding the dick pop anyway. So we cut back to what happened in that fateful night. It turns out that in the night the heroes lost, the villains attacked, each hero, and some villains attacked the X-Men, and sending the Silver Samurai, Sabretooth, the Shocker. Why? Oh, who knows? What's he gonna do? Shock you with vibration? Don't know. Claw. Same thing as Shocker, but better, I guess. And Vibranium too. It's like fucking Doc Ock, I guess. But the villains. The movie goes, alright, one last stand, us versus villains, here we go, what's hala? So the students all run away, all evacuate the facility while fucking, the Blob, Scorpion, the Titanium Man, Bullseye, the Absorbing Man, Green Goblin, Mr. Sinister, just all attack. Mansion, Wolverine's like, alright, bitches, it's time to game on. So Wolverine fights all these bad guys, attack the mansion, and he's just really just pulling out the claws, man. He's fucking stabbing them left and right, throat stabbing, chest stabs. He's just butchering the villains, putting away brutally possible, And he's like trying to help them escape. He's doing best. He's like fighting a heavy hitter, so to speak, in Marvel, basically, right? So he's just one last stand. I'm gonna die fighting the villains, but he's gonna get these kids out of the building, right, and get everyone out to safety. So he does this huge battle against the villains. He's like, yeah, I'm winning. I beat Sinister. Sabretooth, don't look back. No matter what you hear, don't look back. And he's giving his all and fighting back the villains. But we learned that, he was killing all of his friends. That the entire time, all of it was bullshit. And all of that motherfucking bullshit we did was because of Mysterio. And bro, Mysterio, okay, I don't know why, but Mysterio, when he fights Spider-Man, is a bitch, right? Spider-Man beats him, but he put Mysterio against other heroes, this man gets fucking W's. This man actually has results. Like Daredevil, he made Daredevil throw a fucking baby off a roof, beat the shit out of Black Widow, you know, expose identity, made Karen Hooker come back to him and say that she has AIDS. Karen Page from the TV show, mind you. She's Hooker in comic books for a short time. Anyway, and you know, makes him believe that uh, the baby was like the devil, the anti spawn. Had mapping all this bullshit that happened before. All just because, well, Spider-Man isn't here anymore. Like, it's his clone. I don't fight the clone. That sucks. So I'm like, what's the next best thing I can get? Daredevil. So he fucks up the devil's life, right? And then also in this story, fucks up Wolverine's life. He's like, I can't believe it. Me, Mysterio. I beat the X-Men. You fucking dumbass little hairy midget. Did you honestly think that you, Wolverine, could beat all these bad guys by yourself? You're more delusional than bloody Doctor Doom or bloody, Doc Ock. You actually thought you could win. That's hilarious. So, cause Mysterio manipulated Wolverine because of his, Mysterio bullshit and illusions and whatnot. Wolverine just gives up, right? He just, nope, no more. Wolverine, no more. Puts his costume in a trash can and just walks away. But anyway, so we learn his past that, what happened with the X-Men and why Mysterio is the best villain of all time. He's not fighting Spider-Man. But anyway, so after that event, he tries to kill himself by putting his head under a train, or not kill himself, but seek atonement for that sin. So he kind of puts his head under a train and then gets it run over his neck and it fucks him up. But then later on through the day or the week, I should say, onto the next enemy, which is this venom creature, and then chases him down for a while until he gets blasted by this supersonic gun. And then Emma Frost appears and like, oh hey, you finally made it here. Oh, it's you, Logan. And having this discussion back and forth about the past, and they're moving on now, and that the next mission is to meet one of their contacts still in the presidential quarters. So Logan's like, oh, here we go again. And we learn that kind of she's keeping, not she, but Clint's keeping secrets from Wolverine that something that they're carrying is important that Wolverine doesn't know about. And he's like, why aren't you telling me, man? Come on, I'm here to just get you to point A to point B. What the fuck, man? What's going on? He goes, later. Anyway, so traveling on more and more, and they go through. I think this is called like Giant Peak, I think, or Giant Mountain. Anyway, they drive the Giant Mountain, and we see obviously Giant Man, aka Ant-Man, aka Yellow Jacket. This goes on, and then we find out that the contact was actually a double agent, and that just boom blows Bart's brains out. And then we learn that it was double crossed. It was all set up, and Wolverine gets captured by the double agent. Then we see that the Red Skull is in charge of Washington DC, obviously. And we see his trophy room. There's Cap's shield on top of everyone else's, Iron Man's armor, the Thing's arm, Cyclops' bloody mask. Don't know what that thing is on the bottom right, like underneath Thing's hand. Might be Captain Marvel's symbol, possibly the male one. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Anyway, so Wolverine gets dragged in front of him, and they had this cool fight of Wolverine versus Red Skull as he wears the Captain America mask. But obviously, it's Wolverine. Wolverine, he is the best. Oh, what the fuck what's this line? He is the best there is at what he does, and what he does isn't very nice. Thank you. Oof, got in the end. Anyway, so he does what he does. Cuts his head off with Cap's shield, which is poetic. Because in the last fight, America fell, and he took Cap's shield, threw it aside, and just dug his thumbs into Cap's eyes, and he won. But it's very poetic that at the end of the day, Captain America, through Wolverine, through the shield, beat Red Skull. America beat Hydra, which would be the Nazis in this case. Anyway, so after that, the bodyguards come in, flood the room. It's like, oh crap, I need to get the fuck out of here. So he grabs the nearest thing he can, and he grabs the Iron Man armor, and he flies off back to his part of the country, and he comes back home to realize that, yeah, the Hulk's got tired of waiting for Wolverine, and he kills his entire family, and this really pisses him off. And we hear one last thing before Wolverine decides his mission snicked. Now, pacifist? Fuck that. Wolverine goes on a mission to kill all the Hulks. Which, by the way, I don't know if I told you this, but they're all inbred. The Hulks, I think what happened was there's like a nuclear war or some shit, and the nuclear fallout radiation kind of altered, what's his name? Bruce Banner's mind, so it's like kind of more fucking fucked up and a bit retarded. So he ends up fucking his cousin, Jennifer, what's her name? Jennifer. I really want to know like what she thought at that time, right? Like, I want to know how exactly that went down. Like, hey cousin, do you just throw it out there? Do you want to fuck? I'm just saying, if you want to, of course. Or you just go like, just go Hulk smash, just dick her down. That's it. I'm very curious how you got the point A of wanting to smash, the point B of they smashed. How the fuck did that even happen? Anyway, sorry, side tangent. So anyway, Wolverine kills all the incest Hulks, right? And he just makes his way through the thing, just boom, cuts one, slaughters them, and it's brutal. All making his way to the last one. And they all seem just bloody their family members. Some of them are here over like some like other ranch of the country, but eventually he makes his way all back to Bruce Banner, and Bruce beats the shit out of him as Bruce form with the power of the Hulk, and then he gets serious and he just eats Wolverine. When I saw this panel, like, my gosh, this is fucking gross, but also really cool. This was a really cool picture, and the art was amazing. A lot of detail. It's a really bloody and gritty comic book, which we'll never, unfortunately, see at all in movies, which fucking sucks, man, because this really should be a Marvel animated movie. Like, Marvel, please, do Marvel animations, please. We're begging you. You have so many good stories. DC does it, so why don't you do it? Please, Marvel, please. I want to see this. It's a Marvel animated movie. Come on, please. Anyway, sorry. That's my desperate plea into the ether. Which I know we would never get heard, but I have to try, right? Anyway, so eats Wolverine, and kind of like, yep, I ate him. I won. One of these 5 members goes, hey man, what's wrong with you? But the Wolverine kind of has a way of not going down there easily. And as he was in his stomach, he kind of like healed himself as he's been digested. But eventually he just bursts out of his stomach, or his back, I should say, and just kills Hulk. Then he just kills, I think I can't remember, lets him escape or kills him. But anyway, he leaves and gets to bury his family, say goodbye to his new family. His past again, and he moves on. Continues on with his new journey. A journey that, who knows what may happen, or what must lie beyond. But he did take one thing with him, and that is the non-fugly looking member of the Hulk's family. The only one through the incest genes looks normal. Which I don't know how, I don't know how many he had to fuck to get to the point, but whatever. Long story short, he has a Hulk baby with him. And right off into the sunset, to continue on the journey. And that's where the stories end. So yeah, story, really fucking good. I wish this was a movie. This was fucking great. I like how sorry, a bit tired. Brought Wolverine's version to the main universe. Like, that kind of sucked for me, that she just kept him, in this universe. Because Wolverine, the thing during that time was like dead at the time, I think. So like, oh, we need Wolverine. Who are we gonna use? We have the clone. Fuck that. Let's get Wolverine, but just older, and have him be there too, which kind of sucked, but whatever. Well, no, I have no idea what happened to the baby. in that run, because obviously he's the baby here, but suddenly what happens to the baby in the run where he's in the main universe, but whatever. Uh, yeah, but anyway, just about this book. It's about this book. So this book, great, really loved it. First time reading it. Never read it before until like a couple days ago. I forgot to read to do reviews 2 days ago. I like doing reviews after I read the book. That way it's fresh in my mind, but I forgot I read the book, so I had to do like a little skim through to kind of jog my memories a bit. So I'm sorry if it a little bit cohesive. There's some parts out of the story because I want you to read the book. I'm not gonna tell you the whole thing. I'll give you like a full one by one description of the book. I want you to go read it yourself. It's an incredible book. If you haven't read it already. But yeah, that's all I have for today. Tell me what you think of the story. Or what's your favorite part? Did you enjoy it? Did you like it? What parts didn't you like? Overall, I catch you on the flip side. So long.